Hey, and welcome to today's show. Basically, I'm going to be starting off with we're in chapter 9, Introduction to Sovereign Currency and the Government and its Money. And I'm starting with 9.2 because the first one is introduction, but we're getting the introduction into that now with the national currency unit of account. One nation, one currency. We introduced the concept of the money account, the excuse me, the Australian dollar, the U.S. dollar, the Japanese yen, the British pound, and the European euro are all examples of a money of account. The first four are each associated with a single nation, which throughout history has been the usual situation. One nation, one currency. There have been a few exceptions to this rule, including the modern euro, which is the money of account adopted by several countries that are who have joined the European and Monetary Union, the European Union or EMU. When we address exceptional cases such as the EMU, we will carefully identify the differences that arise when a currency is used but not issued by a nation. Most of the discussion that follows will be to focus on the more common case in which a nation adopts its own money of account. The government of the nation issues a currency, usually consisting of metal coins and paper notes of various denominations, denominated in its money of account. Spending by the government, as well as tax liabilities, fees, and fines owed to the government are denominated in the same money of account. These payments are enforceable by law. More generally, broad use of a nation's money of account is ensued by enforcing monetary contracts in the court of law, such as the payment of wages. In many nations, there are private contracts that are written in foreign monies of account. For example, in some Latin American countries, it is common to write some kinds of contracts in terms of the U.S. dollar. It is also common in many countries to use the U.S. currency in payment. Many contracts governing international trade are denominated in the U.S. dollar, even if neither party uses the specific currency as their own. According to some estimates, the total value of U.S. paper currency circulating outside America exceeds the value of U.S. paper currency used at home. This is true. Much of this is thought to be involved in illegal activities, including the drug trade. Thus, one or more foreign monies of account, as well as the corresponding foreign currencies, might be used in addition to the domestic money of account and the domestic currency denominated in that unit. Sometimes this is explicitly recognized and permitted by the authorities, while other times it is part of the underground economy that tries to avoid detection by using foreign currency. While we recognize these deviations from the one currency, one nation rule, they generally account for a relatively small proportion of transactions and contracts, most of which will be denominated in the nation's own money of account. The next one will be sovereignty and the currency. Let's see. The national currency is often referred to as the sovereign currency. That is, the currency issued by the sovereign government. The sovereign government retains a variety of power for itself that are not given to private individuals or institutions. Here we are only concerned with those powers associated with money. The sovereign government alone has the power to determine which money of account it will recognize for official accounts. Further, modern sovereign governments alone are invested with the power to issue the currency denominated in each nation's money of account. For example, if any entity other than the U.S. government tries to issue U.S. currency, it would be prosecuted as a counterfeiter with severe penalties being imposed. And enemy nations do sometimes try to undermine a nation's economy by counterfeiting its currency, hoping to cause inflation and destroy trust in the currency. As noted above, the sovereign government imposes tax liabilities as well as fines and fees in its money of account and decides how these liabilities can be paid. That is, decides what it will accept in payment, so the taxpayers can fulfill their obligation. Finally, the sovereign government also decides how it will make its own payments when it purchases goods or services or meets its own obligations, such as pensions or to retirees. Most modern sovereign governments make payments in their own currency and require tax payments in the same currency. For reasons that we will examine, requiring tax payments in the government currency ensures that the same currency will be accepted in payments made by government. Okay, I'm going to continue this on tomorrow. So subscribe, comment, hit the like, hit the bell, and peace out for now. And actually, while you're at it, please go visit realprogressives.org and watch Grand Gamer 71 on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, and other places like that. Peace out for now.